Going back to you here. So it sounds like you had a bad previous experience. He tried, wait, did he shoot at you?
Hell
Do you have a
no.
gunshot wound? What's up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I didn't open the door.
Did you call the police?
Huh?
Did you call the police?
We don't snitch around here.
Oh, see, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Gangster to pull a gun and she won't even call on him.
Okay. So, so your concern would be he might use the gun on you.
Even if he like owned the gun or whatever, let's say that didn't happen to me. I don't like guns.
Okay, so you don't like.
I don't agree with the whole thing. I don't believe in them. I wouldn't.
Wait a minute. You don't believe in them? What do you mean? You think nobody should have guns?
I just don't feel. Why do you need to have a gun? Why do you need to kill somebody? Why do you need to hurt somebody with a gun? You don't, like, for what? I just don't agree with it.
And just to open this up to the other women, some of, besides you, everyone else said you would date a guy who owns a firearm. But when it comes to guns, does anyone here share her view on guns, or is it?
I was like that once.
You changed though.
Yeah.
Okay, because
something happened.
The lesbian woman with the 7 guns, is that? She changed her mind.
It changed my mind because we got our house broken into.
Ah, okay.
But I feel
prior
like
to that, did she clip a bunch of crackheads trying to break into the house?
She came with that lifestyle already.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so just going back to you said that you just aren't about it. Well, question, maybe I'll use her example. Let's say you've lived with a boyfriend before? Mm-hmm. Let's say you're living with your boyfriend and 3 grown men break into your house, and you said you had a son or a daughter. I know they're an adult now, but let's say 10 years back they're a kid. Let's say you're living with your boyfriend, and your son's living with you. 3 grown men break into your house. You don't know what they want. Maybe they're there to burglarize. Who knows? Maybe your gangster boyfriend's got some beef. Who knows?
He ain't really a gangster like he say he is.
Mm-hmm.
So in that situation where it's just you, your son, and your boyfriend, 3 grown men break into the house. In that situation, would you want your boyfriend to have a firearm?
No, I don't agree with the guns. I don't agree. I'll probably help them look for whatever they're trying to look for.
But so in that scenario, how would you prefer your boyfriend to defend you if you had the choice? Would you prefer your boyfriend to defend you with his fists or a bat or something, or would you prefer him to have a gun?
We're gonna beat their ass, and that's just that.
But they have a gun.
But you don't.
Oh, they have a gun.
You don't know. You don't know what they have. What would you prefer? Would you like your man in that situation to have a firearm?
No, I don't agree with the whole thing. No.
So you'd be willing.
No, I don't like guns.
So you expect him? So but just say 3 dudes come in there. I'm talking about real gangsters.
There's other weapons. They don't need a gun.
But like if he said, "Sweetheart, I want a gun," and you would say, "No, you don't need a gun. Get out there and fight." Is that how you would proceed?
You don't need a gun to do it.
That's what you would tell him. You don't need a gun with 3 dudes?
Nah, there's other things you can use in the house. You
like
don't
what?
need a gun. You got bats in there. You got knives. You got other shit you can use. You don't need a gun.
But what if they had a gun?
Crossbow.
Well, then you know what?
It's too late now when they in there. You can't be like, "Hey, y'all, hold on, y'all got a gun?" No, you can't do that.
Then you know what? That's life. Maybe that's the way I gotta die. Then I gotta die. That's how I go.
You're gonna be single for a long time.
So you rather somebody shoot you before you shoot
gonna get homeboy killed.
Your son's life is on the line.
My son.
Let me ask Brandon a question on this. Brandon, she said that, well, let's assume that the 3 men, they don't have any weapons, right? Let's just assume. It's probably unlikely that that's the case. But let's say she wants him to throw fists with the 3 dudes. Now, let's say you're like black belt in jiu-jitsu. Let's say you're even a professional MMA fighter versus 3 guys. To me, that's still like...
It's 3-on-1.
You know
it's 3. One of them dudes, baby, street too, and they know how to fight. They've been squabbling in the street for a long time. I think it's irrational to think that way. You gotta compartmentalize. You may not like guns because of your experience, but I think it would be reasonable to say you need an adequate tool to defend your household in case 3 or 4 dudes want to come and tie y'all up and rape you or something. I mean, I didn't want to say that. It's okay. Y'all want to tie you up and do something nefarious to you. You need that level of protection. And guns aren't as bad as some people think that they are. once you have a gun and you shoot it, you'll realize the value of having a gun. And there's a lot of other reasons why you would want a gun, the tyrannical government, all of the other stuff. But please don't do your man like that.
Government.
Don't know.
Wait, but so
Make 'em-
in that
another bad
situation, no, that's fine. That's fine. You can say it. No. I was just reinforcing. I was the I don't know, whatever. So in the situation, 3 dudes break into the house. Don't want a gun? You have the option to have a gun, right? You wouldn't want a gun in that situation?
I don't agree with them. No.
Agree with them?
I don't like it.
So-
I've had, you know why? Maybe I
So you
feel,
ju- yeah,
maybe I feel
Wait,
this
what?
way because I have had family members who died being shot. Maybe I feel that way about guns. I just don't, you know what I'm saying?
But in that specific situation, would you not want a firearm?
Like, how are you going to fight them
In
off?
that
well,
situation, don't think about it.
There's
Other
3 people in your
situations
house.
just
What are you
there.
doing?
well, fuck it. We're all dying then, I guess. Go ahead, have the gun.
You
We're all
really-
just gonna have a
you
shooting,
really
a shootout.
willing to just say
lay
we
down?
are gonna die
just gonna die?
to not have a gun present?
I mean,
even if the person is proficient and they're using it to protect you, your children from bad guys who want to do harm.
Okay. What if my guy did have a gun, right?
Okay.
And he has it, but there's 3 guys, right?
Yeah, bang, bang, bang.
There we go. You're dead anyways.
No, what you mean?
No,
What if they pull out and they got you?
Because he has a gun.
Well, you know,
He
he's-
has a gun, but
Yeah.
what if he ends up?
And then
What
the
if
3
someone
guys
gets
don't
him in
get
the
him.
head? He's dead. He has the gun in his hand. Now I'm dead.
I know you pick up the gun and then
How am
there
I
you
gonna
go.
pick up the gun? They're pointing it at me.
So
I ain't
this is
got
what-
time to grab the
This
gun.
is what it is. You want to make the fight. You want to make the fight is advantageous for you as possible. So having a gun is advantageous for you. And if you have fears of guns, it would behoove you to talk to somebody about it, or take a gun, go get shooting lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And therefore you can overcome
Yeah.
that fear, because at some point you may find a man that has a gun in the house, and that doesn't need to be a deal breaker for you, in my opinion.
What about a guard dog?
A guard dog
you
to
look
do
at
what?
Honestly, I think
So
that's
you
the
have
best.
your
I've
little-
lived in the hood,
Hold on,
believe it or
hold on.
not.
A guard dog would
Whoa.
get shot.
No,
and
but
die
if you have a
on
really
the
scary
spot.
Rottweiler,
Wait a minute.
Wait, are you saying?
listen, I don't know why this is crazy.
Wait, but no, I'm not saying it would be wrong.
Like a trained guard dog.
But are you saying
have one.
instead of, in lieu of having a firearm?
Please don't.
No.
I mean, I'm saying I think that's a good.
Alternative?
I'm not saying alternative. I'm not saying alternative.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, if I was going to defend myself, I think before a gun, I would want a dog, because then people, they hear
Before
it
a
and they're
gun?
really like, I mean, and I'm not talking like a golden doodle. I'm talking like a 120-pound Rottweiler, because people don't really want to they hear it.
You're gonna get a 120-pound Rottweiler?
I lived 4 years with a family. They had a 120-pound Rottweiler. His name was Samson. Shout out to strongest man
I
in
don't
the
know,
Bible.
like even some of these
And it
big
kept
dogs,
these people
like,
out.
Yeah, no.
somebody it's not a guarantee that they're gonna.
Listen,
Okay,
all
but
they
it's
have
a
to
good
do
dog.
is throw peanut butter.
No.
That dog is going to eat that peanut butter, and he's going to have a hard time chewing it, and he can't bite.
What about the police
That's how they do it.
dogs?
Those dogs are well trained, and they're very different. So they're like $30,000 dogs. Those police dogs are incredible.
A
They're
dog
on a different
might
level.
give you a little bit of. They might start barking. That could give you
warning,
some
yeah.
awareness, but I don't think that should be like first line. That's not going to prevent, like, if you don't have a firearm, that's not going to prevent something from happening.
This is where, if I
They'll
had a
poison your
husband,
dog or kill your dog.
I'd be cool with having a gun, because but I've gone to a shooting range and I'm very like reactive. So me with this gun, I was like, and it scared the hell out. And you know what I mean? I know that I didn't hit the target at all. It was bad.
Okay, let me.
I think I'd be more of a
Okay,
liability
sure,
to myself.
Listen real quick. There's this it's called EMDR, or there's trauma exposure therapy. Just I can give you guys the link, and then have someone you love and trust, like my brother-in-law. He is a sheriff for the LAPD, and he actually taught me how to disarm many times first, and then he took us me and my sister to the shooting range until we got really comfortable enough. I personally don't own a gun because guns scare me too, but if I were to have a husband, I would feel way more safe, or a boyfriend, way more safe if he knew how to use a gun in the house. But I would look into it, because honestly, guns are safe to someone you trust and can feel, because honestly, there are a lot of crimes are going up, and people that are mentally ill with mental illness are
We-
going up.
We do have to move on here.